It has been about an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour since I had the sourdough bread. And I was so excited. I've not had sourdough bread in a long time, and I figured it'll be good because sourdough bread is it's, entre comillas, the healthier version because of the fermentation process, and it helps with gut health and the probiotics or whatnot. I didn't have a good reaction, and I think that's why I've been avoiding it. And so my period didn't quite end, still on my period. With my endometriosis, I never quite know. Like, it'll get light and then it'll come back. But I'm having an endo flare. So I just had a bunch of water. I had like a good liter of water to go with it because every time I have an endo flare and I get bloated, I'm like, okay, water instantly, because I need it and it dilutes everything and I feel better. But this is an endo belly, so actually this is not comfortable, nor do I want to share this, but I'm gonna share this with you because this is what bloating looks like. And it's not like, this is not normal. This is not normal bloating at all. I never know how to feel about this because it's like, it's a lot of pressure right around this area and like especially down here. And it's a lot of uncomfortable. It's just very uncomfortable. And I think I am gonna go for a walk, and then I really wanted to run those 10K, but I don't know how I'm gonna run those 10K. I don't know. And it's funny because I still have my six pack. Like it's still there. But I have this terrible, and this is just a full-on flare. I can't even believe like that. And I haven't even done like a proper check-in. I wish I had done a proper check-in at the very beginning of this. I was supposed to go to the beach and do a proper check-in, but I haven't. And now I'm just showing you my giant bloated endo belly because this is what it is. This is just, I think I'm not, I said I wanted to eat more carbs and that I wanted to run more. And obviously this is not normal. This is just not normal at all. And so I'm gonna put a giant sweater on, and it doesn't look too bad with this shirt so much. I have an endo belly, and that's okay. These things happen, and it's not the first time, nor is it the first year. It's the second or third year of dealing with this. It's just very frustrating when it happens. And I don't share these moments. I never publish these moments, ever, because it's my worst. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident, and it's not even the fact that physically it looks bad. I don't feel well at all. And I hate that I can't just eat freely. I hate that I can't just eat whatever I want. And the doctors, I've had a doctor that still wants to test me for Crohn's disease, but to test for Crohn's disease, it does involve another endoscopy and colonoscopy. I've already had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. They actually wanted to rule out cancer, which is why I had it. And this has been going on for 2 years. And the only explanation that most doctors can give me is the endometriosis and the fact that it's stage 4 and it affects my digestive system, because there is no other explanation. It could be IBS, and it could be irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. There's another one that's similar to IBS. But honestly, and this was 2 years ago when I had the colonoscopy and endoscopy, there were no indications of any ulcers or anything that was out of the ordinary. So the only explanation is the endo, and I would have to get I always say it wrong, but it's like a laparoscopy or laparoscopy, where they put the tiny camera in your stomach. And I worry a lot about that. Oh, excuse me. I get nervous even talking about it because it's like, there have been so many stories with endometriosis and doctors removing the scar tissue and the excess, but then symptoms get worse. And I have been sharing my story on Instagram, and I've had multiple people reach out to me sharing their own experience and even giving me their doctor's recommendations, like their doctors as like people that I can go to, and telling me not to ever get the surgery. A lot of people are against the surgery. I am scared because obviously there's always risks with any surgery. I can't say that I know how to manage my symptoms. I'm trying the best that I can. Something as simple as bread. And people ask, why don't you eat carbs? Because I hate this feeling. And I eat the same fruits and vegetables because I don't want to feel like this. And it can be anything. There are certain fruits that I can't eat. Strawberries, I stay away from strawberries because I know that I had a terrible reaction once. And I was like, I never want to have that reaction. I have to be careful with the quantity of sugar, even fructose. Like fructose, I have to be careful with the amount of bananas and the amount of fruits that I have. So it is hard not knowing specifically why my body does this, except for stress and endometriosis. And my endometriosis does get worse with stress. So it's just managing stress. And if you run your own business, if you are an entrepreneur, then you understand there are so many things that you cannot account for, and you are running your own business. So it is a gift and it's a pleasure. I love doing this. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I don't want to work for anything else. I wouldn't change my lifestyle. I love waking up every single day. It's just, I don't know how to manage my stress as much as I should. It's just, I need to. This is also the most stressful year, or a stressful month or part of the year. I have a waiting list. I don't have a system to grow at the moment as I consult with other people. And I do have a program, the Bravo Method program. So anybody who's on the waiting list for one-on-one coaching, which is why I'm not promoting my one-on-one coaching, can go to the Bravo Method. And then from the Bravo Method, if I see that you're really consistent, I might make an exception. These are just my thoughts. But I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't have this endo flare. I wish I didn't feel big and bloated. And it's funny because tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be like nice and like flat and cinched, and it'll be like, this never happened. Like you would never know that I feel like this most days because I hide it very well, and then the next day it looks like I'm a normal human being. And it's just from one day to the next. And it's terrible bloating. And I'm just happy that I know that it's my endometriosis. And I do have to be really strict with my diet. I do have to be really strict with my diet, because if not, I end up with this. And I don't like this. I don't like feeling like this. And sometimes I ask myself, like, am I being too restrictive because I only eat chicken with fruits and vegetables, and it's just mainly actually vegetables I even take out of the fruit. And I can't share, as a nutritionist, I can't share my diet because my diet is not indicative of everybody else's diet, and it's not indicative of my clients. And I don't share recipes. I don't share these yummy recipes that I really want to make because I can't make them. I can't make these recipes that most people make because I don't know how my body's going to react. And I want to be able to socialize and go places and do things. And I am single and I do want to go out on dates. So I can't go out on dates that are food related. That's the other thing. That's a video for another time, another moment. But as nice as it would be to eat whatever I want, I don't promote eating whatever I want, or I don't promote eating whatever, because I personally can't. And I feel like a hypocrite if I go online on Instagram and say, you can eat whatever you want as long as they fit your macros and your calories, which is true, by the way. But I can't do that. How can I promote something that I'm not physically able to do? Which is why you see me eat a lot of chicken and vegetables and not eat a lot of rice. Just because it's masa madre, just because it's sourdough bread, doesn't mean it doesn't have gluten. Sourdough bread has gluten, so it makes sense that I had a reaction, because I don't even eat pasta since I get this reaction too. I'm gluten sensitive. I might have celiac disease, honestly. I've not tested for celiac disease. I should test for celiac disease. It's another doctor's visit that I have to do. Anyways, that's me. I'm gonna try and run my 10K. I think I still could. I'm just gonna give it a couple hours.